titanium, and zirconium. In their publication, Vossen and Shcherbakov noted, if a material had to be devised to protect a giant artificial satellite from the unfavorable effects of temperature, cosmic radiation, and meteorite bombardment, the experts would probably have hit on precisely these elements.
Now, they themselves proposed that this suggestion is outlandish. However, only through their calculations and all the mathematics, they determined that their theory is correct. We're talking people in academia who may perhaps lose their position at the universities. I don't think anybody would publish a paper like this unless they were 100% convinced that their findings are true. The entire object may be of artificial origin. And if that is the case, my question is, who built the moon, who placed it here, and how long ago?
And so these Russian scientists, their theory is that the moon is a spaceship. It's got engines within, but that on the outside they've coated it with this moon-looking substance. Now, it's a far-fetched idea, but it makes a lot of sense in that you might want to shroud or cloak this craft and make it look like a very natural object.
Since the publication of the Vossen and Shcherbakov article, other researchers have come out in support of their theory.
In 1975, Don Wilson wrote Our Mysterious Spaceship Moon. In 1976, George Leonard wrote Somebody Else is on the Moon. And these books further explored a variety of anomalies. Now, they note some very bizarre things. For example, the mineral and metallic composition of the material on the moon is not like anything that we see on Earth, and the apparent age of the moon seems to be greater than the actual age of our solar system. So they believe that the moon was actually brought here from somewhere else.
Lots of people have talked about the idea that the moon itself is actually a spacecraft, that it was piloted here and put in this particular orbit. There's no question that there's evidence that the moon could be a modified natural object.
There are ancient stories that speak of a time when the moon was not up in the sky. And there are descriptions that say that the moon was artificially pulled into place. So, if we have two modern Russian scientists who have suggested that perhaps the moon was pulled into place, and that is a corroboration of ancient mythologies, that's when I listen.
So the whole idea that our moon is some gigantic, hollow spaceship that's been put into a special orbit around our planet and contains cities and structures that are inside and outside of the moon is, to me, a very reasonable assertion. And in fact, it would seem to be that our moon is some kind of gigantic artificial spaceship that is here to monitor our planet.
Would I discount the fact that the moon is a foreign object, a spaceship, a Death Star? I don't think you're going to rule that out.
Is it possible that the moon is actually a spacecraft? And might it have allowed extraterrestrials to discreetly monitor our planet? But if so, might these beings still be there today?